Hello YouTube, it's your girl Kimberly, and in this video we're going to talk about the best beauty and makeup products for people with oily skin. So if you have oily skin like me, you're going to want to keep watching, alright? So thank you so much for coming to the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We make so many great videos here: beauty, tech, hair, travel, nails. We want to make sure you're included and that we have you in the comment section too. So you know what to do. Hit the subscribe button. Also hit the notification bell. That way you'll be first to know when I post a new video. Alright, so this is in no particular order, but these are 10 products that I think are great for people with oily skin. Here we go. Number 1, loose and pressed setting powders. Now hear me out. I know you're like, girl, that's 2 powders. Yes, you need both. So for me, loose powder is going to be for baking, for setting your overall foundation concealer look while you are at the house. In the streets, you need the pressed setting powder, so that way you can do any nose touch-ups or anything like that. And pressed powder is just so much easier, cleaner to travel with. Have your little puff, do a little 1-2, 1-2 quickly, and make sure your look is solidified and looking good. So that's why you need the 2 powders. Number 2, mattifying setting spray. Yes, the mattifying setting sprays can be a little drying, have a little alcohol, but you know, you need a little bit of that to control the oil. So don't go over, don't spray like that TikTok sound, but spray enough so that way you can stay matte and your makeup will last all day. Also, spray before you apply your makeup. Number 3, matte foundations. Matte foundations are an oily girl's best friend. Your face oil is going to break through the T-zone area anyway, so you're still going to end up looking lifelike and human because your oil is still going to break through, but it's not going to be full face oil slick because it is a mattifying foundation. So matte foundations are great. Next on the list, I do have satin finish foundations. I think that if you powder a satin finish foundation, it's going to look phenomenal too, as long as you stay away from the dewy hydrating foundations. Those are the ones that tend to look bad quickly with oily skin. And all of these foundations can work if you do the right skincare prep and setting and powdering afterwards. But my whole reason for suggesting matte and satin finish foundations is that nobody is trying to do touch-ups 3 hours into the day or 4 hours into the day, or you travel to the location and the first thing you have to do is go to the bathroom to powder yourself. Like, we want makeup that is going for the long haul, okay? We need 8 hours of wear, and to get that with oily skin, you need a matte or a satin foundation. That's just the way it is. Number 5, blotting powder. Now I'm wearing blotting powder right now in my T-zone. It's breaking through a little bit because it's been like an hour, but this is the Fenty Beauty Invisimatte. It does not show up white on deep or dark skin tones. That's the only blotting powder that I recommend for black people, and for brown people. But you need one. You're going to want to tap it up and then go back to looking natural and gorgeous. And I think that it is a need. You keep it in your bag. I don't even only apply it with the little sponge too. I do it with a setting brush, with a big poofy brush, and then I'll set my face with blotting powder before I leave, because it's just going to control that oil, and that's really what you want. Number 6, oil-free face cream. Technically that is not makeup or a beauty product, but it's going to help to not add additional oil to your skin, but your skin will still be moisturized and your makeup is going to last and look great. So I'm not a fan of the mattifying face moisturizers. I find those to be too drying, and because of those kinds of chemicals, for some reason they always cause me to have allergic reactions because I have sensitive skin too. So I would say just go for the oil-free face moisturizer. That's going to be your best bet. Number 7, matte powder, blush, and contour. So I have a powder blush on my face and a powder highlighter on my face, and as you can see, they look very lifelike. They look a little dewy almost, and it looks like real skin. It looks soft to touch, and it looks like it's blended in and melted in with my skin. When you have oily skin, powder products absorb that oil, become one with the skin, and look beautiful and gorgeous. Sometimes when you use liquid products, now I'm not talking about cream, I'm talking about just straight up liquid, they have an oil consistency to it. When you put it on, you start to get the breakdown, the discoloration, and it just doesn't meld with your skin already that great because you do have the oil on your skin. Creams are a little less problematic, but you still sometimes ultimately get to that goal. You still have that issue with the emolliency of it and the oil in your face, so now you're overly trying to powder your face so that way everything stays but it's not too oily. But I just say go with the powder, contour, and the blush and the highlighter because it's just easier and it's going to work with your oily skin instead of working against. Mattifying face primers. A little mattifying face primer. You don't even have to do your whole face. Maybe just do the places where it gets oily the most. Is going to really make the difference for making your makeup last and look gorgeous. So even if you just do, a lot of times the silicone based kind of primers, do T-zone area and then you'll see your makeup will last so much longer. Under eye powder. So for people who have under eyes, for oily skin, you can have foldy under eyes sometimes where it's like the oil and in the folds and underneath your eye is like breaking down the concealer, and a regular setting powder looks too chunky or too thick under your eye. So then you can use a specific under eye setting powder because those are a little more finely milled. It looks more natural, less cake face, less baked, and flawless. So consider that. A lot of people, some people with oily skin don't have that issue, but some do. So that's why I wanted to include it. And then last, we have cream concealers. Cream concealers don't move, don't budge, they blend and they just stay there. And that's what oily skin needs. I'm telling you, a lot of the liquid concealers start to break down, start to move, start to shift. Especially if your face sweats, plus the oil. It's just a lot of chemical, liquidy things that have slip being introduced to your skin, and then the liquid concealers will slip out of place sometimes. But the cream don't move, baby. You put the cream, you blend her out a little bit, she's there, she's not going anywhere. And that's why I love cream concealers. You don't want to be too heavy-handed because then you will start to look cake face, but I do think the cream concealers are phenomenal for people with oily skin. Okay, so thank you so much for coming to the channel. If you have any other products that you have oily skin that you need and you can't live without, leave it in the comment section below. That way I could try it if I haven't and we could talk about it. Okay, thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.